China, a country known for its rapid urbanization and technological breakthroughs, is taking bold steps to revolutionize urban transportation. Among its latest innovations are flying taxis, an idea that once seemed like science fiction but is now edging closer to reality. In this video, we'll dive into what these flying taxis are, how they work, and what challenges they face. Flying taxis, also known as electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles or eVTOLs, are designed to operate like helicopters but with significant advancements. Unlike traditional helicopters, these vehicles rely on electric power, making them quieter and more energy efficient. They're being developed to help cities manage overcrowded streets by offering an alternative route through the skies. One of the key players in this field is EHang, a Chinese company founded in 2014. EHang has become a global leader in autonomous aerial vehicles, often abbreviated as AAVs. Their flagship model, the EHang 216, has already undergone extensive testing. This two-seater flying taxi is fully autonomous, meaning it doesn't need a pilot. Passengers simply input their destination, and the vehicle does the rest. The EHang 216 can carry up to 220 kilograms, or roughly 485 pounds, at speeds of up to 130 kilometers per hour, or about 80 miles per hour. It's powered by 16 electric rotors and has a range of 35 kilometers, or around 22 miles per charge. While this may not sound far, it's sufficient for short, point-to-point trips within congested urban areas. China's cities are some of the most densely populated in the world, with metropolises like Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen housing tens of millions of people. Urban sprawl and limited space have led to chronic traffic congestion, where even short distances can take hours to traverse during peak times. According to studies, traffic delays in major Chinese cities contribute to billions of dollars in economic losses annually, as workers, goods, and services are delayed. The situation is further compounded by the rapid increase in vehicle ownership, with millions of new cars added to the roads every year. Flying taxis aim to alleviate these pressures by introducing a new dimension of mobility. By creating a layer of transportation above the ground and below the airspace used by commercial airplanes, they offer a way to bypass congested roads entirely. This could not only save time for commuters but also enhance productivity and reduce the stress associated with long commutes. The potential applications go beyond convenience. Flying taxis could play a crucial role in emergencies. Picture a scenario where a natural disaster, like an earthquake or severe flooding, leaves roads impassable. Traditional ambulances or rescue vehicles might struggle to navigate the chaos. In such situations, flying taxis could serve as air ambulances or rapid response units, transporting injured individuals, medical supplies, or rescue teams to critical locations in a fraction of the time it would take on the ground. This capability could save countless lives, especially in the crucial minutes following an accident or disaster. Despite their promise, turning this vision into a reality involves overcoming significant challenges. Safety is one of the most pressing concerns. Any vehicle carrying passengers, especially one that operates above densely populated areas, must adhere to the strictest safety standards. EHang and other manufacturers subject their flying taxis to rigorous testing, simulating a wide range of scenarios. These include strong winds, heavy rain, sudden mechanical failures, and even mid-air collisions. Emergency landing procedures and fail-safe mechanisms, like redundant power systems and autonomous navigation controls, are being fine-tuned to ensure the highest levels of reliability. Regulation is another major hurdle. Urban air traffic is already tightly managed, with commercial airplanes, drones, and helicopters sharing the skies. Adding thousands of flying taxis into this mix could create new complexities. To address this, China's Civil Aviation Administration is working closely with companies like EHang to develop a regulatory framework for urban air mobility. This includes defining safe flight paths, setting altitude restrictions, and determining how these vehicles will communicate with existing air traffic control systems. Some propose using automated air traffic management systems powered by artificial intelligence to handle the high volume of flights. Infrastructure is also a critical factor in the success of flying taxis. These vehicles need designated areas to take off, land, and recharge, facilities known as vertiports. Vertiports must be strategically located to maximize efficiency while minimizing disruption to city life. Potential sites include rooftops of commercial buildings, parking structures, and unused land near public transport hubs. Designing and constructing these facilities will require significant investment, as well as coordination with city planners, architects, and local governments. Moreover, vertiports must be equipped with charging stations and maintenance facilities to support the vehicle's operation. China's rapid infrastructure development capabilities offer an advantage here. The country has a proven track record of building large-scale projects, from high-speed rail networks to megabridges, in remarkably short timeframes. If flying taxis gain widespread approval, China could potentially deploy the necessary infrastructure faster than most other nations. Cost is another challenge. While the technology is impressive, it's not cheap. The current models are expensive to produce, and the price of using these services will need to come down significantly for widespread adoption. Industry experts believe that as production scales up and technology advances, costs will decrease over time. Despite these challenges, progress is being made. EHang has conducted thousands of successful flight tests, including public demonstrations in cities like Guangzhou, where authorities have shown strong support for the technology. In 2020, EHang even established the world's first commercial pilot program for urban air mobility in Huzhou, a city in southern China. Beyond EHang, other Chinese companies are also investing in this space. Companies like Autoflight and Xpeng Aerot are developing their own versions of flying taxis, each with unique designs and features. This competition is driving innovation and pushing the industry forward. Globally, China isn't the only country exploring flying taxis. Companies in the United States, Europe, and the Middle East are also developing similar technologies. However, China's ability to rapidly test and deploy new infrastructure gives it a significant advantage in scaling up the use of these vehicles. While the potential benefits are clear, public acceptance remains a question. Many people may feel uneasy about riding in an autonomous flying vehicle, especially in its early stages. Building trust will require a proven track record of safety and reliability. Noise is another issue. Even though eVTOLs are quieter than helicopters, they still produce sound during takeoff and landing. Designing quieter propulsion systems is an area of ongoing research. Looking ahead, the timeline for widespread adoption of flying taxis is uncertain. Some experts predict that we could see limited commercial operations within the next 5 years, while full-scale integration into urban transportation systems might take a decade or more. For now, flying taxis remain in the testing and development phase. They represent a glimpse into the future of urban mobility, a future where cities may no longer be bound by the limitations of ground-level transportation. China's flying taxis are a bold step toward that future, blending innovation with practicality. Whether they will fully take off, both literally and figuratively, remains to be seen.